And welcome back. Northstar here with another episode of my HOI4 Gotterdammerung Let's Play. Now, I have to admit it's been a little bit, and it took me quite some time of staring at stuff, a little micro, but over an hour of staring at the screen to try and get a hold of where I was, because with my long COVID, I do have memory issues. I hate to always mention that, but it becomes relevant so often. I've been switching this up with some of my other Let's Plays and waiting for people to catch up on the series who are even watching, because there seem to be very, very few views on the most recent videos, and no point in recording if no one's going to watch, right? I think people are caught up, and some of you may be watching this series for the first time, so welcome. Now I am playing as the People's Republic of Germany. That is the name you acquire when you go in the new HOI4 Gotterdammerung DLC. You go Communist Germany path, and you take the Spartacus League path. That is the version that's not state-controlled economy, that's more decentralized economy to local workers, cooperatives and such who run the economy more respect for civil liberties and democratic institutions. By more, I mean a lot. Some of you may think that communist ideology is somehow incompatible with that. It's not. The description here says, well, what it's supposed to represent. Liberal democracy is nothing more than a front for the bourgeois. True democracy requires economic as well as social equality. As such, we alone are positioned to fully incorporate the will of the people in the process of governance and in civil liberties. There is a misconception among our comrades that in order for the state to function efficiently and securely, it must coerce every individual into conformity. But this runs counter to the objectives of socialism. Only through the protection of civil liberties will the people be truly loyal to the state. I don't know, communism gets a bad name from the Soviet Union and from some of the mistakes and abuses that went on there. Some political theorists have analyzed and said that Soviets were so authoritarian because of Russian history and Mongols and stuff. I think that's somewhat overstating the case. Probably had more to do with the fact that they were surrounded by hostile capitalist powers and they got scared, and siege mentalities can kick in when you have a lot of more powerful enemies surrounding you, leading to, no matter the ideology, whether it's a right-wing theocracy like Iran or a leftist government, any nation that's surrounded by much more powerful hostile enemies will often turn to reducing people's liberties. That can unfortunately end up shooting yourself in the foot. People dislike the restriction to their liberties, then they become more disloyal. It becomes a nasty, vicious cycle. Not a good thing. And, you know, liberty is important. The reason people dislike it is because, well, I mean, they're being oppressed, even if it's in the name of some greater goal. Anyhow, Soviets end up at war with here, even though they went right opposition, which is a much different ahistorical version of communism that's most likely somewhat less authoritarian, although I don't know a ton about it. End up allied with the Bulgarians, who are going the Balkan Federation of Socialist Republics route, which should be more similar to Yugoslavia and in its earlier phase and more decentralized. That was not intentional. I didn't want to fight the Soviets and lead to cause lots of deaths, but I was trying to deal with Mussolini here. So I joined them so I could help them deal with Mussolini, who attacked Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia then flipped communist, and they were already trending that way. So, but then the Czechs invited the Soviet Union to attack Romania. The Soviet Union agreed after a while. I thought they hadn't, but when the Czechs attacked, but the Soviets didn't. But a few weeks later, Soviets joined in. And since the Romanians are my allies, I I didn't actually join that war immediately, but then the Soviets, being a mutual war against Romania with the Italians, invited the Italians to faction Mussolini, and then the Italians invited the Soviets to attack me. So now I'm at war with the Soviets. Anyhow, image talk. I am trying to prevent the fall of Paris here to the European Union, which invited the Czechs. Their faction, even after they engaged in a completely unprovoked aggressive war against the Romanians. And they would have attacked me anyways via focus a little while later. And so I'm trying to prevent them from capitulating France. If they lose Paris, they pretty much capitulate instantly. And I'm also trying to hold off the Soviets, or actually push them back across the river here. They made a little headway into Romania. I'm trying to reestablish the defensive line at the river. Eventually I'll have to push into Soviet territory and take Moscow if I never end this, and probably form collaboration agreements so they surrender after that. But for now, I'm on the defensive. It's easier to defend than it is to attack. So let's go. I'm pretty sure I did that before. And I don't have any scientists, so I don't know what they're talking about. Since they all disappeared in the Second German Civil War, they all sided with the anti-communist side. First was to get rid of Hitler, and the second was to get rid of the military junta that took over the country. It had an authoritarian regime and was not allowing communism. You can actually avoid that, though you have to take on-map decisions that will hurt your industry a little and hurt your stability permanently a lot. So I didn't do it because the stability, and also the political power, and the chance for a second civil war to break off more parts of my territory as self-governing puppets. Particularly the Free People's Republic of Schleswig-Holstein, the Bavarian Soviet Republic, People's Republic of Hesse, People's Republic of Baden-Württemberg, and the Schleswig People's Republic. This already existed as a non-aligned monarchist independent state, and I forced them to communism. They're completely independent, but they might eventually join the So it's do a nap to try and reduce the odds of that. Socialist Republic of Finland did join the Comintern, or the International Revolutionary Marxist Center. That's the right opposition faction, and I have not called my puppet and won't be calling this puppet, the German Finland, into the war, so that because there's no way I can defend it. It's impossible. French tried to send divisions here, unfortunately, and they're getting sunk by Soviet subs. There's nothing I can really do. My navy is non-existent. I have one heavy cruiser, which is in training. We've got this guy here, Lone Wolf, because he's almost always going to be outnumbered, blockade runner. I'll have a battle cruiser done in a while, and that'll be the pride of my fleet, and everything else will just be heavy, light cruisers and destroyers. Having part of your fleet be a bigger ship makes it harder, but you're still likely it'll get sunk, which you suffer penalties if the pride gets sunk. Especially if there's some heavy cruisers to distract any naval bombers, because they will otherwise target capital ships. If it was my only capital ship, then naval bombers pose a huge threat to it, but with some heavy cruisers, which I got a bunch of in production. They have some anti-air, not perfect anti-air, but enough to not just be wiped. Alright. Czechs keep attacking here, keep getting driven off. Yes, Lenski just got Panzer Leader. He is in charge of some tank divisions, that's good, and this allows him to roll encirclement even when he doesn't have a skill advantage, which is also good. Or is it? It's on the list of tactics here. Here, oh, right at the top. Panzer Leader Trickster. He's rolling it at double probability. Okay, so it's like I thought. Sometimes when you meet multiple requirements for an ability, you're twice as likely to roll it. He has a skill advantage, and he's Panzer Leader, so he's, instead of being a 20% or 25% along all these, it gets double weight. Had base weight with traits applied, so yeah, the trait doubles the likelihood. Unfortunately, that doesn't apply to defensive doctrine. Elastic defense, I've checked, even though that allows leaders to roll elastic defense even if they don't have the skill for it. They don't have a skill of 3 or more, which they otherwise need. So it's hit or miss whether you can double the weight of something, but this makes him able to bring in more combat with in fights when he does the tactical encirclements. Like here, an encirclement increases the width of the combat, which in turn enables these tanks to get in the fight without exceeding combat width penalties. And indeed enables the divisions already there to not suffer them, because it increases the width. Okay, the EU keeps attacking here. I'm pushing here. Unfortunately, yellow air, there's a lot of Sweden, which joined the EU, attacking me. Czech, Sweden, Belgium. Yeah, there's a lot of enemy aircraft here, so in northern France. They don't seem to be doing much in the Benelux. In fact, they're getting bombed, I think. But they're in there. These guys could get intercepted, I suppose. There's no enemy. Let's see, where is the remaining capital? Bucharest, there. Oh, there's no, oh. No, there's no space there. I can go to Sofia. Because units flying between air zones like that can sometimes get intercepted by enemies. I definitely don't have control of the skies, unfortunately. I'm importing what oil I can, but whatever doesn't require naval. Raining oil. is being competed with by Italy. I should actually, looks like the Romanian, I can buy some more oil from them now, so I'll probably do that tomorrow. Getting the infrastructure here will help Bulgaria's industrial snowball. Ooh. Another defensive fight. Alright, well, I have one here. The tanks are all trying to go there, or they'll just sit in reserve, so I'm better off staying put. Or no, actually, because they're going to keep pushing this way, so they need to go there. Where many people play on faster speeds and probably no way to. Now, this probably won't actually build the build slots in Königsberg because I think Lithuania is going to join the EU very soon and invade Königsberg, which I can't possibly defend against the whole Lithuanian army. I just don't have the men to spare. I can't even get divisions here without crossing the Baltic and suffering possible naval raids. Well, none right this moment, but I just don't have the divisions to spare to fight the Lithuanians. But if they take this, that will result in the build slots going elsewhere. Maybe here to Hanover, if I'm lucky, or Susik. Oh. Yeah, damn it. Excuse my language. Idiot AI is, as usual, trying to backtrack. Catch that before the day ticked over, which means all sorts of nonsense with them not getting planning for a day. In fact, losing it. Just gonna, maybe a day I push for there. No time soon, but it should make more sense to grab this, not because of the airbase, but because if the Poles get attacked too and join the war on my side, I can squish any Soviet divisions into the Polish border. Yeah. Some of those casualties were, I think, in the Second German Civil War. You've got to be kidding me. Poland joined? Oh, that's bad. That's bad. I guess it's the Poles that occupy Königsberg, not the Lithuanians. I was working on building forts in that border because of nonsense with spies. I can't even get any entrenchment, but okay, these are gonna have to be pushed further up. This is unfortunate. Poland in the... I mean, they won't get attacked by the Czechs now, which means they won't try and join. They won't be war with the Soviets, but the Soviets can just move their territory pretty soon. They'll do military access, and even with all of these 4 provinces defended, I'm not sure I can defend Ostmark. Or even Brandenburg, I am probably screwed. That was to help Yugoslavian steel production. And this was their engine building their military factories instead of the stupid thing. Well, no, the Austrians have made their own factions, so they stay neutral, thankfully. Which means they can still get oil through here, but the Kingdom of Bavaria could potentially join the hostile faction as well. The Poles will. I can't rule out this possibility. These guys are here as potential reinforcements. Okay, everything kind of just changed. They're not training at all anymore. Oh, but they probably should. And I need bigger divisions than this. Actually, I'm gonna need to dig in, aren't I? Bloody A. Probably gonna change that general. Actually, with under Kesselring, they get more entrenchment. From Kale to one of these guys, Koch or Biederman. Wait to swap till I see if Bavaria bet. Yep, stuff's not good. Kesselring is an ambusher, so higher max entrenchment for these divisions. Under him is the Field Marshal. At some point they're going to need to push there. Why is it saying no divisions? One thing at a time, I should probably go for this air base before anything else. These guys haven't actually declared war me yet, but they will very soon. If they do, I'm in trouble. Actually, that's not a big deal. What I'm really in trouble is when the Soviets get military access through Poland. Yeah, I did think I mentioned if I lose, that's not the end of it. Graf Spree is protecting some convoys. Why are these convoys waiting? Fall back. I can play as a Soviet puppet, probably, without too much trouble, is the hope of this war. Although I will have to deal with parts of my territory being carved off by the EU. Potentially. To stop these divisions from being stuck in two combats, I suppose. But really, I need them to just stop moving and plan everything. Alright. Damage received by light guns. Oh, destroyers have joined the fight. They've also been, the Graf Spree has also been shooting at the enemy. They're disorganized. So they're probably not fighting very well. That's, for what it's worth, the end of their exercises. They're going to need to repair up before they do more. This fight is still ongoing. These guys got deordered. Well, can just rest up. It looks like the Belgian advance in France has been halted. Not before they managed to occupy Champagne, though. This can be. There's also like Swedish troops and stuff, Dutch. It's gonna be a task to push them back and make Amsterdam to capitulate this whole faction, which they're the only major in the EU. So if I can make it to Amsterdam, the Polish will capitulate. That's my only real hope here, is to win this war. This may want to have the tanks here, but when they're fully trained, deploy them in Essen. It's a good place to reinforce if an emergency. Get them up to regular, and then I can make a push on Amsterdam. If I can make a quick thrust, taking the city before troops fall back to defend it. It's not going to be easy, but especially with the forts and the entrenched divisions, but that would capitulate the Dutch. The whole faction would surrender. I could actually puppet everything that's blue here and bring it into my faction, which would turn them on the Soviets. Sweden, Poland, all of it. That would really turn the tide. I need to get started on these forts right away, actually. I need to fortify this bit on the Czech border, because I may need an emergency to pull divisions from here to here. Be able to defend with fewer divisions. I've got forts. Armenians are getting their tech slot. The Yugoslavians, factories from an arsenal. And this brush of the Balkans, which allows the Bulgarians to hire much better army leaders if wished. I shouldn't buy everything, because then others won't buy from them. Something just finished. Can't Monitor everything. Oh, it was a synthetic refinery. Let's work on. Yeah. These divisions, a lot of them are very under strength, so I'd rather it not get attacked. Oh, I'm already getting attacked by the Poles here. That's lovely. Yeah, I'll get that fort done. And these divisions are very under strength. Looks like the French and the Bulgarians are providing some help, which I may actually need here. Cool. And how about the rubber? It's probably because I just started production of more transport planes. Do need to be able to replace my losses. Now we'll slowly grow this in my L. But I may need more fighters. They're still passing through from that airbase. Looks like an airbase upgrade just was finished here, or maybe a repairs. Air supply is helping reduce the penalties here. And this pocket's being closed by the Romanians. I guess I could have this guy join in at this point. What I don't want is his own Polish divisions to come in here and reinforce. That would make it harder to defend, so yeah. He's got more skill than other guys, so. Muir. Right. Alright, that's just annoying me. I apologize. Graf Spree took a few hits from the destroyers. When the convoys hit the enemy, I thought that was the Graf Spree's secondaries. But nope. Yeah. We're returning to Hinterpommern to get repairs from the Kashubian. We're just producing convoys with those dockyards. course, I'm a Soviet puppet. I can't do the whole Volks commissariat thing. I won't be able to reintegrate all the areas I spun off. So it's hardly optimal. Maybe I can... Oof. There's a push going on here. I can't even send reinforcements because of this attack. I need to take this and then rush divisions over here to fight the Poles. They're making too much headway. Attack with the tanks. What? It's not going to be enough motorized, especially if they're strategic redeploying the way, so send all these guys too. Heck with it. These three are at least prepared. Probably have to counterattack there. We'll go there. Take care of that. These were a bit better off. Boom. Divisions may seem like overkill, but they'll have such whole organization, they'll very quickly be deorged and push out over and over. I'll tell you that to let them organize a little. This guy will also become an organizer eventually, but Linsky is, for now, let's go with what he's got. He gets that, I guess he could gain Thorough Planner, a Logistics Wizard. Or eventually both. I want to reach level 6 so he can be a Combined Arms expert for my army someday. This is Schultz. Eventually become an infantry expert if he reaches level 6. This guy might make a chief of the army, a defense special expert. Alright, need some motorized as well. It's going to have to be a big push here. maybe not. The French divisions at very low supply already. No, can't do much for that. I probably just don't have enough trains because man divisions are well supplied. I'll do motorization just in case. This seems to be unnecessary. Probably actually want more divisions there. Some there, preparation. Taking the state. Probably came under immediate counterattack, so there's no nonsense with divisions backtracking. That's my guess. Common turn theme, kind of appropriate. I'm fighting Soviets, communist myself. Ha. Oh, silly Romanians. Silly Romanians. I'm just gonna get slaughtered. I don't know what they're thinking. The Romanians Unless they're making a suicidal attack towards Posen there. Two. Didn't I send 3 motorized over here? Oh, one went further to here. Those tanks staying put. Width's already filled, they're going to go there. What? Oh, that's the convoys I'm saying they are getting naval rated. What all I can do? Except this for the future. Mark that as dangerous. I'll add this to distract from the French convoys. The French probably don't have as many. And they keep sending troops through here. They don't seem to be doing any. Oh, they're doing it again out here. Divisions can reorganize here for a little bit, but they should probably make their way to this area. If the attack continues, it did not. Well. These guys, because they have the least planning, so that'd be the worst if I have to attack after losing. Are going to try and help in that. Fine. Reinforcements have arrived. Probably just in time, since they need to get out of the queue. If this guy deorgs before they reinforce in, I lose. Despite it being green. Actually, they should stay put with all the poles over here. Dig in here so these hills don't get taken again. Fun, fun, fun. I'm gonna try and promote Eisner here soon. I can make a push to try and take Balta first. Addressable. If I win this war, I can break off a lot of new states' puppets, like a Moldovan puppet here, Ukrainian puppet here in Odessa, etc. Me or the remains, whoever can break off parts of the Soviet Union, which will actually lead to more industry and manpower in the longest run. Which is necessary to help recover everything that was destroyed in this war. This will take a while to rebuild. They're attacking Metz. Metz has a level 10 fort. What the heck? Alright. Can't possibly win. Yes, please. One lease, gladly. I'm aware that will reduce my war score. If I lose, it won't matter. It's my puppets. They're not joining the war, so they might as well do what they can to help. Let's see, he's not going to be able to win. Might as well start withdrawing there, so that when he loses, division or be closer to returning to that province. Fighting withdrawal, basically. In fact, there is a tactic called withdrawal. It just never seems to actually fire. Maybe it will if the only division is withdrawing. Maybe it requires them all to withdraw or something. Actually, retaking rhymes. That's more important. What the heck? He withdrew and then he instantly started an attack? What? That's weirdness. Needs to just stay put there. Yep, that's the guy I put on the marsh. I knew that was a risk. So I put some mine in Karamoto. reinforcements there. It's a strong defensive position along a river with a forest. Don't want to lose it. These guys are preparing to make a push here, so hopefully I can create encirclement, destroy those divisions. So that I can see them all at the same time. Okay, yeah, not quite done planning, but jeez, that's 9 Polish divisions? 9? Oh wow. Best hope there is to push through that way. Create encirclement. Which honestly is not what I could work unless I can get more help from the Romanians. Well, this isn't good. My size taking losses we can't afford. The Soviet-British Pact. Pact of mutual assistance between the Soviet Socialist Republic and Great Britain was signed yesterday in Moscow by diplomats from both countries. This agreement is part of the policies of collective security proposed by the... But that's supposed to target France. How did it... I think it can include Britain as well, though, can it? Proposed by the Soviet People's Commissar for Foreign Affairs, Maxim Linov. Under this pact, the Soviet Socialist Republic and Great Britain have pledged to defend each other in the event of aggression by hostile powers. That might prevent them from declaring the Soviets. They guarantee each other, yeah, in a non-aggression pact, so they won't attack the Soviets. So there's no chance of the British entering the war on my side. Darn. I mean, smart. The Soviet AI, I take that focus. I didn't realize. I thought I would target France. This is the seek defensive pact with the Allies focus. Oh yeah, it targets. I see it redirects to Britain instead of France, even though the text refers to France. I missed that. They have something that would give them a war goal against their ally. I don't know if they'll bother with that. They might. They're not the smartest, so they might focus on trying to turn Saudi Arabia communist. I mean, not that they're not smart. The AI sometimes do smart things, and sometimes like that, and sometimes dumb. Of course, the British will probably also sign non-interference pact with me. So basically, they're staying entirely out of what's going on in the continent. The Americans earlier had anti-communist brigades, so they're probably trending towards helping the other side. anything because they dislike Germany, plus that. Basically, no one's coming to help me. It's the longer I hold out, the better, because right now most of the war score and the other side goes to Italy, which I definitely do not want. Even if I lose, Italy will annex me. Game over. So it's a puppet me. I won't even change my ideology. Shouldn't lock me out of that many focuses. Let's see. Oh, I have to be fully independent for liberating Austria. But I can spark the flames of revolution as a puppet. Embrace democratic institutions also requires me to be independent. So it's hit or miss. Bypass liberate Italy anyways. Italy get kicked out of the Soviet faction once this war is over, so that wouldn't be terrible. The puppets can't declare war. So really I'd have to wait for Italy to start. If I grab liberate Austria and embrace democratic institutions, those are the key things I can't do if I'm a puppet. Then I should be able to still spark communist revolutions everywhere. The puppets focus stuff, unfortunately, but eventually I can regain my independence. Via buying it from the Soviets by like sending them convoys and stuff, or guns or whatever, give them equipment, increase autonomy. Biggest issue will be all my puppets will become independent or Soviet puppets, and I won't have any way to regain my cores, most of them. Which is why I'm not planning on losing, but it's becoming more likely. Once the combat goes on, I keep capturing enemy tanks, so yeah, you should be able to field 6 tank divisions and 3 motorized. 4th. At this point, I can probably fill enough divisions to take Amsterdam. That's what I'll need to turn the tide here. That and the Dutch will eventually run out of manpower. Probably before me, which mean they won't be able to replace losses, which means that their divisions will get weaker and less capable of defending. send a couple tanks here. Once this fight's over. What? I'll start it now. Nope. You do not get to join the war. Just get immediately capitulated. They do have 4 divisions, so they can cover their whole front at least, but that's not enough to hold out against the Soviet army. I've been planning on doing dockyards here, but switch it to military factories, because, well, if I lose the land war, I lose. My naval programs is going to have to wait. Potentially a very long time. Eventually get 4 more dockyards and build slots. Just from focuses and yeah. Okay, so it redirected to Rhineland and Mossland, or well, I think Mossland. One of them was already, but I already have max build slots for the Rhineland. Darn it! It's not where I would have liked the build slots. The only thing that's good for is helping if someone occupies the state that they'll have more build slots available. It's actually actively harmful, in short. Someone who doesn't have a core occupies it, like the Dutch or Belgians. Well, that would only really be for them, like getting rid of a factor and placing it with something else. Which I can't even see what they want to do. I was hoping I'd get build slots in Hanover. That's where I really need them. Or Schleswig, but nope. Alright, well, I'm holding well enough here. I keep getting interrupted anyhow. There. Put off these forts. Will be a little less costly when I have the agricultural cooperatives anyhow. Oh, instead of this nonsense, Rhone. factory, which will lead to my puppet civ so they can buy resources, but this will lead to stuff that they'll slowly lease me. So I still will get it eventually. The reason I queued up these anti-air guns in Baden is because I think, though I don't know, that maybe they're useful even if this state is neutral for reducing enemy air superiority, which there is some of here. Of course, Hessen is equally good target for those. But better it's goddamn. Right now I got more important stuff to do anyhow. The airbase is here, so I can potentially put fly aircraft out of Allenstein. Just because they're neutral doesn't mean I can't fly aircraft the territory to better control this air zone. If I eventually make a push for Poznan, which will lead to a stronger defensive line if I take it than I currently have. Of course, I'll need more divisions to actually effectivize such a push. I think it'd be easier to do than trying to take Amsterdam, though. Okay, it definitely would. There's all these divisions and there's forts. Poznan comes with a little industry, little manpower. Make it cheaper to puppet after I take down the Dutch. But really, I just need the defensive lines first, and that'll let me eventually can fortify Poznan, build some land forts there. And here, I probably won't bother to take more provinces than that. I haven't even started on these forts. Cancel those, because I'm probably going to try try and take these 2 provinces instead. So I'll have defense line here, where I already got forts, and that's to augment the French steel industry. I think, not sure that might be useful. It's been a while so I can make that push. Anyhow, I just keep losing and attacking here. Frustrating as heck. At least everything is green for now. Yeah, the Italians lost a couple core states, so Mussolini should slowly be losing power. The first thing that really tip things in my favor will be when the Italian Civil War starts, because that take a while, but it should eventually trigger. As Mussolini loses his grip on power. Just keep work cycling here. I seem to always have reserves here. Set the 12th infantry there. There's a variety of reasons for it, but one of the big ones is so my general can help in these fights. He's more skilled than the Romanian one. And I'd like my guy to get experience, of course. Schultz. I've also got better doctrines, better tactics available to me. And forts are probably more important than anti-air guns, actually. Heck. Anti-air guns are not very cost effective, except against bombers, like heavy bombers. Cool, now Schultz is in charge of this defense. He should do better. Okay, it's time I take a chance and promote this guy. Is it? Yeah, because this, I'll forget, and Muller's about to gain a skill level. Alright. Marco Eisenhuth. Reckless Armor Officer. Darn it. He didn't gain Brilliant Strategist or Inflexible Offender. And yet, he is good at planning and need an Armor Officer eventually. Tweet more of my tanks since Zelensky already has his 24 divisions. Sucks he didn't roll Brilliant Strategists or whatnot, but there's other guys I might want to promote. I don't have the command power. It's time to, or just about time to switch theater training for either bold attack, tenacious defense, or meticulous preparation. I prefer meticulous preparation because planning when I'm attacking. I'm going to need those plans if I'm ever going to defeat the Soviets. And logistics helps a lot of situations too. Undersupplied divisions fight badly. A lot of my divisions are already slightly undersupplied. We still have divisions, or many are. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this. Spain had a war goal in Italy, which they would have gone from join the global fight against fascism. They also have one in Manchuria. Probably just about focuses, so it was Neville that would take that. They might join my faction, which potentially enable Spanish armies to march into Portugal. Which, awesome. I mean, that will help in this conflict. Even though Spain's pretty weak, it hasn't recored a lot of its territory from its civil war yet. Every bit helps. That's, yeah, Guadalajara, Valladolid, Burgos. They still got a few areas to recore. The AI is kind of dumb. We'll run military governor even when secret police make more sense, because the devs paradox screwed up the coding for using the secret police occupation law, so the AI almost never uses it. It just skips it and only goes to local police force when compliance is high enough for it. He's losing here despite superior tactics, even being entrenched some. Good defensive terrain. Not much I can do about that. Except maybe do that so that when they fall back there, I still get planning. You know what? It needs to start falling back now, so we can get reorganized quicker once this battle's over, hopefully. There's not much actual advantage in this state. I mean, this province versus this one. Except that battles here damage the railroad. And supply is worse here. It's harder on the supply network. And a withdrawal turned into a full retreat. What's that battle? Fortunately. How are they pushing? Oh, it's partly their air superiority. Alright, well, it looks like I need to send some fighters over. All these lives lost that could have been used to deal with threats like the British, but no, Americans instead. And our communists fighting because of the stupid way the focus trees are set up, and the Soviets joined the Czechs in attacking another communist faction when that focus tree was based on historical Romania joining the Axis. Czechs who are trying to go communist won't till 1945 because the Dutch were able to block them through the Lead the Modern Democracies nonsense. Well, the aircraft are helping at least in this. did as much theory training as I could. Time for meticulous preparation. Planning and most importantly logistics. For now, planning can be useful when actually attacking. It doesn't just give higher max planning, it helps you plan faster. Planning is kind of pointless if it takes forever in a day. I helped pump the Romanian oil supplies. Make sure others can buy their oil now. Yep, and Lithuania joined. The funny thing is, this faction will attack the British eventually. Actually, that would bring the EU declared on the British. That would bring them into my side in this conflict. Another reason not to capitulate them before that happens, as there's no other way the British join. Oop. And he leveled up. And let's see. Trait points. You should have 6 trait points plus 9, 15 if you didn't gain any extras. Getting 7 plus 9, 16. Let's see, 4, 6. Yeah, and then each level I'll be gaining 3. Yeah, and offensive doctrine, so yeah, he didn't roll meticulous preparation, unfortunately. That's a shame. He's an organizer now, though. I'm not sure when he got that. Right, I need the logistics wizard for reduced supply consumption, especially because he didn't roll. Improve logistics and take defense for all my divisions. Probably better off with extra planning though. The counterattack tactic is actually only for generals, not for field marshals, not army group leaders. Yeah. If I'm gonna actually carry out any of these attacks, I need more planning than I've got. 82%. That would be a nice bonus. could end my military high command as a planning specialist. No, that's an army planning leader. Regrouping is what you get for organizer, for what it's worth. Alright. Throw pointers, of course, will be useful when attacking, not when defending. It's probably just about time I take Julius Wiederman and give him a trait and throw him in somewhere. Eisenhuth. I don't know. Anyways, there's things I have to think about. This is a good point to stop this video. It's gone too long. I have to think about whether I want to swap in a new general at this point. Oh my god. And if so, if I want to spend my 15 command power, give me a trait to Julius Wiederman, maybe. He's could be an aggressive assaulter or offensive doctrine, depending if I want to use him initially to defend or attack. Offensive doctrine if I'm going to have him defend first to gain skill until he attacks later. It's a minor consideration, but there's other things I can do, like look around, check the AI, national spirits for hints as to what they're up to, reconsider my focus path, overall strategies, If I want to win, I have to think carefully. So, this will be the end of this video. This is Northstar, signing off. I wish you all the best. Take care of each other. Be kind to yourselves. And may you always find a guiding star to lead you home. Adieu, and I hope to see you again soon.